Joining us now are three friends, and they are really hustling it with God. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are you?
Good, good.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, so happy to be here.
Yeah.
So it's Jason
Yes.
and Michael and
Yes.
Dynasty the King.
Yes.
Because that's your stage name.
Yes.
Very,
Yes.
very cool. So, Michael, we got a chance to talk on the phone.
Right.
Tell us about your friendship with these gentlemen.
Well, first and foremost, I like your story. Once you said God, I'm all in. The only difference now is that I have both feet in. And these are friends of mine that have been there through the whole journey. And what I've done with them in 4 months has not been something I've done in 5 years of my life.
Wow.
So who better to bring than my brothers who have been there with me?
Yeah, they're walking the walk with you.
Yes, correct.
So tell me, Michael, tell me about your journey, and then we'll talk with each of you, Jason and Dynasty the King.
Well, pretty much I come from a background of art. I'm a designer, which is a blessing that saved my life. Even when I was at my lowest, I don't have brothers, I have them, but I come from a family of just women. I don't have a dad, I lost him at 8 in front of me. Similar story kind of to like your friend I just met today, Harlan Friedman. Great guy, and I hope to do business with him one day and have him help me and us with each other's networks. So, yeah, it took me on a life of drugs, streets, and, just to kind of disguise the pain.
Okay.
And now it's to the point where it's like, I wake up happy. What was missing? I was hurting myself.
Okay.
So now I feel like I'm finally ready to kind of showcase the world who Mendoza, Michael is, and my talented recording artist brother, and my friend over here, Jason, who has a story of his own as well.
So, Jason, I asked you guys earlier if you trust me to tell your story, so please feel free to be open and share as much as you would like. So, Jason, can you share us a little bit about your journey?
Yes, definitely. And thank you, Donna, first and foremost, for having us on the show. I had a pretty good upbringing. Growing up, I actually used to promote and market events. At that time, I thought I was living the dream, the women, the partying, the drugs, and I was only really setting myself up for failure. Being in that environment, I actually ended up going to prison. And at first, I had a hard time accepting why did I have to go to prison. But it was in this setting that I was able to speak to God and put things into perspectives. And I realized God might not put you where you want to be, but he's going to put you where you need to be. So I needed to be in prison to actually get my life in order. And in the whole process of this, as me coming out, I said, you know what? If I can go out there and help those such as myself coming out and stay home, help encourage them and motivate to come home and stay home, and also bring awareness to our youth who needs the guidance right now and may not know the severity of prison and prison life. I want to be able to share to the world through my own experience in the system, so they could stay home and never have to touch prison. That's what I'm doing with my movement now. I'm trying to pay it forward.
It's a beautiful sentiment. I really like that, Jason. When I grew up, there was a movie called Scared Straight, and that's how they kept us out, because they would scare you straight, right?
Yes.
They would tell you but I believe you're right. I don't think that the messaging is there right now. So they need someone like yourself that could say, listen, I'm not somebody telling you what to do. I'm telling you what could happen.
Exactly.
And there's a difference, where you can be, I guess, a role model for them,
Yes.
and you can encourage them to follow the right path.
Exactly.
Right? And how about you? I'm just going to call you Dynasty for short, but
Yes.
Dynasty the King, which is your stage name.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
And, well, with me, I've been doing music for over 20 years. I've been through a lot with my journey, and I'm encouraging a lot of young artists to instead of choosing the drugs and the streets, to start doing something with the gift that they got from God. Everybody's born with a gift, but it's just that what's in style is all the negative stuff, and they always promote the negative stuff. So as far as the music, a lot of music right now is talking about a lot of things that's gonna destroy the youth. So what I do with my music, I speak about positive stuff. I make positive music. I encourage a lot of young artists to talk about nice things, because a lot of, in order to be popular, they got to talk about negative things, which is something that I want to change in the music business. So that way, because our youth is everything. Whatever they listen to is basically how how they're gonna come out. So that's basically my thing. I've been doing it for over 20 years now, you know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I travel the world. I've been to Africa, Dubai, Brazil, you know. So that's
Now,
basically.
did you also at one time have trouble with the law?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Did you lose your freedom for a
yeah,
while?
I went to jail for 3 years.
Okay.
And I lost a lot of fans. You know, I thought it was it for me. But then I
Okay.
came out, you know, and I started. I met Michael, and
A new person.
yes, and he's been helping me. You know, we've been working for a very long time. So
I think that's what we all need in life, no matter where we are, whether we're on this side of the law or the other side of the law or whatever, or whoever we are or whatever our journey is. We need community. We need
Definitely.
community that lifts us up.
yes,
Right? We
I
just
agree.
need somebody that supports us, believes in us, believes in our vision, believes in our dream. You know, more collaboration and less competition.
Right.
And I
Exactly.
think a lot, perhaps, you know, being someone that hasn't been incarcerated, although I did get in trouble once for making prank phone calls. Okay, I did go to the police office because I was, you know, every time it was before call waiting or whatever, and I was dating this guy, and we broke up, and then he started dating this other girl, also named Donna. And if his phone was busy, I would call her phone to see if they were on the phone together. I got in trouble. Plus, my dad at the time worked for AT&T. I was in big trouble. Okay, so big trouble for me, right? But my point is that we all need someone to kind of be there for us and shepherd us in a way towards righteousness,
Definitely.
right? Or kindness,
Yes.
right? Because there are so many other ways that we can entertain ourselves without having to do things that are going to cause us harm,
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
right? So, what have you seen the response been, Jason? I'm going to go with you first. Like when you're talking to somebody, do you see their eyes light up? Do you see you're giving them hope?
Yes, absolutely. You know, I was just sharing with Mike the other day, like, I get messages from people I've never met, you know, like letting me know, like, listen, I was incarcerated for X amount of years, and I just want to know that I really appreciate your movement and what you're doing. Because it goes back to, like, what you say, people feeling some type of support. And that's what I really want to focus on, is also empowering these individuals coming out of prison, because I can tell you firsthand, it's not easy. Besides the many challenges that we have to face, then we have to come back out here and deal with the stereotypes, the social stigmas, the labeling, being called a convict, a felon, you know. Whereas now I want to show these people, listen, you made a mistake, it's not going to change, but you don't have to be embarrassed, because your past doesn't define you by who you are today.
Jason, you're gonna make me cry. You're right.
Yeah.
You are not your past.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You are not your past. I'm not my past. Right? Even the mistakes we all make, right? They do not define who we are or what we're capable of.
and that's one thing that us three of us have in common, whether it's that we had our issues with drugs, incarceration, whatever adversity we faced in the past, that's where it stood at in the past. It's not who we are today.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And what are you most looking forward to, Michael, and Hustle with God?
Well, like Jason said, sometimes you don't have to be in prison to be in jail. In my case, I was
You guys keep dropping the goodness, man. You're dropping it today.
mentally
Yeah.
shackled, where, you know, I have a mother who tells me, "You're so talented. What are you doing?" But I'm here worried about putting food on the table.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And a lot of men don't speak on it because you have to be, you know, macho. But I'm tired of that. People look at me and I tell my story. I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I'm happy.
Good.
It took me a lot to be happy, to wake up and actually speak on like what I thought was a stigma or whatever the case is. And we're gonna keep going. This is just a stepping stone, and we appreciate this so much.
Oh, no, I appreciate you guys
Thank you
very
so
much
much.
too, because I get to tell a lot of stories. I'm a storyteller, it's what I do, you know, and my show, as I shared on the phone, was Divinely Gifted from God. I dreamt the entire television show in color, December 28th of 2008, wrote down everything I could think of that I saw, and then just sold my house. I sold everything I own, and I've been manifesting it ever since, right? So I try my best every day to say, okay, this isn't really my show. It's the show for the audience, for the universe. Whatever the stories are that I'm supposed to tell, let me tell them. And let me tell them well. So I thank you for sharing your story with us. And how are you doing, and what's going on for you?
Yeah, right now I'm just doing a lot of shows. You know, I have a lot of big shows coming up 2025, you know, and I'm doing everything from teen bashes to, you know, just inspiring the youth, you know, with the music. And that's basically it, you know, a lot of festivals, a lot of positive things, you know, for 2025.
Great. Are you all dancers?
No, just me. I'm a musician.
You don't
I'm
dance?
an artist.
He's
You-
an artist.
You're an artist, and you dance?
I
Okay.
used to-
All I'm saying is that there's something about music, you know, there's something about worship, and you can worship and you can
That's
you
true.
know,
Music,
and
it's-
sing or do your
right.
art or dance or whatever it is, however you like to celebrate life.
We
But-
use a little bit of each.
A little bit of
It all-
each.
it all
Yeah.
combines.
And cooking. Cooking's
Cooking,
another
yes.
way,
Yeah,
right?
cooking
Cooking's
is-
another
yes.
way to express your love for your family, right?
I
Making a
agree.
beautiful meal. Thank you
Thank
all.
you
Is
so
there
much.
anything I didn't ask you that you're mindful of at this moment? Because I want you to feel whole and complete.
You asked us if we felt safe, and we do.
With
and
me?
we really
You
appreciate
feel
it.
safe with me?
Yes,
I feel
yes,
safe with you.
Yes.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you for
very
having
much.
us.
You're a blessing.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. That's it. I thank them for being here, and wherever you are in your life, I'm wishing you happy blessings, and thank you for watching.
Amen.
Amen.